Hey, what's up, guys? It's Brando with Brando Sports World here today, and today I'm going to do a quick reaction video for the Week 1 college football games that just happened over this weekend. I know there were some games that happened on Thursday and Friday. I touched a little bit on those in another video, but I really wanted to focus in on what had happened on Saturday. So we're just going to go through the scores here on ESPN and just kind of talk a little bit briefly about a few of them, more or less. Some of the more surprising things that happened over this week in college football. Obviously, we know we're going to talk about the Colorado TCU game and kind of what transpired for that one. But yeah, let's just go through some of the games here. One of the first ones that stood out, UT Martin and Georgia. Guys, Georgia looked out of water. I mean, literally, they struggled against this UT Martin team that very first half. Now, they obviously were going to win the game. I had no doubts about that. But even you as a Georgia fan, SEC fan, or someone that's even followed college football within the last 5 years could tell you that Georgia should have really just straight up dominated them, which also speaks volume that Georgia has one of the easiest schedules, especially out of conference schedules in the entire country. They could not start a season out like that, being number one. And honestly, after that type of showing, they ended up winning like, what, 48-7? They shouldn't be the number one team in the country. I don't care if they won 2 back-to-back national championship. They do not look like the best team in the country. That offensive line has me questioning some things. So just real quick on that one here. Number 2, Michigan against East Carolina. East Carolina, though they had lost a lot of players key from that last year's team, Michigan was without their head coach Jim Harbaugh. They kind of struggled a little bit early, but honestly, not surprised they ended up winning that. I don't know if they ended up covering the spread. I don't know what it was initially. But yeah, they won 30-3 against a solid out-of-conference opponent. So I'm not going to knock Michigan, especially when they didn't have Jim Harbaugh on the sidelines. They had plenty of talent, so they ended up winning. Number 3 game, ranked number 3, Ohio State against Indiana. Another team that should not have struggled as much as they did, but shockingly, Ohio State did struggle pretty heavy and very early throughout the whole game. It just looked like they were completely out of place. Only winning the game 23-3. I couldn't believe it. I almost made a bet for Ohio State to just win that spread, guys, and they won by 20 points against a horrible Indiana team. So that's something to watch. You know, a lot of teams working out those early struggles, but that one just completely blindsided me. I figured it'd be like 56-10, Ohio State just throttling them, but that was not the case. Alabama taking care of a decently placed Middle Tennessee State team. I don't know if it's Middle Tennessee or Middle Tennessee State anymore. Gosh, you never know with college football, but Alabama destroys them 56-7. Good showing for Alabama. USC beats Nevada 66-14. Surprising, USC's defense actually only allowed 14 points this game. Real quick here, Penn State against West Virginia. Penn State and West Virginia, that was actually a pretty fun game to watch at the beginning. I did not catch the second half of that game. Penn State ends up winning, though, 38-15. Another team to watch out this year. I think Penn State's going to be a tough one for a lot of opponents. Then we also have Boise State and Washington. Boise State and Washington, that game was really close at the very beginning. Once Washington got the ball rolling, they did not look back. They just completely released that kraken of an offense that they had, winning the game 56-19 against Boise State. So a good win there for Washington, the Huskies. Texas and Rice. Texas struggled a little bit in the beginning. That was kind of the theme for a lot of teams. The first half, a lot of teams were just absolutely struggling. Texas eventually pulls it out, though, and ends up winning 37-10. They'll take the W moving into week number 2. Virginia and Tennessee. Now, that game could have been a lot closer, but Virginia picked, I believe they were picked, dead last in the ACC conference, unshockingly. Tennessee really opens up, though. Tennessee has a very dynamic offense. Josh Heupel's doing some really good things over there, and they're going to have a great season. I think Tennessee has a good opportunity to do really well in the SEC. I don't want to say they're going to win it outright, but they have an outside shot to make it to the SEC championship game. If they can win it, I don't know. If they can make it there, I don't know either. But they beat Virginia 49-13 pretty convincingly. Notre Dame destroying Tennessee State 56-3. We'll move along a little bit quicker here. Oregon, that poor Duck, that Oregon Duck, man, I heard he had to do like 564 push-ups. He does a push-up for every point scored during the game. He should probably be playing on the football field if he's doing about 550-plus push-ups. Let's be real here. Portland State had no chance. They won it 81-7, probably the highest score of the whole season. It is week 1 still, so probably the highest score of the whole season so far. Kansas State destroying Southeast Missouri State 45-0. Nice showing by the Wildcats. The upset of the season so far, Colorado beating TCU 45-42. I'm shocked, honestly. I thought TCU was going to beat them, and I thought they were going to cover the spread too. But to be honest with you, with Deion Sanders, I'm starting to kind of see a little bit more that, when he said he was coming, he meant he was coming. And now they do need to shore up the defense. I'll be completely honest, they're not going to win a national championship this year. I do not believe that whatsoever. If they do well this year, they are going to, really rely heavily on the offense. And now they have Travis Hunter. How long can he keep playing offense and defense all season long? I think sooner or later it's just a matter of time before he does get worn down. I mean, quite an athlete. There's a reason why he was a 5-star. Exceptional player. Made, I would say, earlier in the game-saving interception for Colorado. TCU was driving down easy. I thought for sure they were going to score with how it was kind of ping-pong and back and forth. But Travis Hunter saved the day. Really made the ideal play that sealed the deal for Colorado to upset TCU. Kudos to Colorado. That's a solid win. There's no denying that. They just played against the team that was in the national championship game. You can argue that maybe TCU caught lightning in a bottle. I still think TCU is a solid team. By no means are they world beaters, and there's a reason why they are ranked 17th this year. But yeah, good win for Colorado. There's no denying it. I'm excited to see what he does against my Nebraska Cornhuskers this week. I really hope we can beat them because there's an outside shot that Colorado is ranked for this game. And it would be great if the Nebraska Cornhuskers could steal that limelight from Deion. Wouldn't that be awesome? I think it would be as a Cornhusker fan. I don't know if I necessarily see it now, but we'll see what happens. Moving along here, we got Wisconsin and Buffalo. Guys, Wisconsin struggled a little bit in the early on in this game, but ultimately Wisconsin really got it going on the ground. Braylon Allen, Ches Malusi, guys, been there forever. Guys, these guys are talented running backs. I think sooner or later it's just a matter of time for Wisconsin transition to more of a passing style attack or more at least well-balanced. But right now, they have the right running backs to win right now in the Big Ten. And they did just that against Buffalo. Poor Buffalo got beat 38-17. Oklahoma, number 20, impressive showing against Arkansas State. A complete goose egg for the Red Wolves. Oklahoma won that one 73-0. So very impressive for Brent Venables. Next game here, the highlighted game of the night for game day. Number 21, North Carolina against South Carolina. North Carolina ended up winning 31-17. I would have outright picked North Carolina to win just with the experience of Drake May. I think Mack Brown is a superior coach out of these two coaches in it, and just the changes that South Carolina has had. Now, a lot of South Carolina fans, they think that I'm like, just don't like their team for whatever reason, and that's not the case. I was just speaking facts earlier in the season. I actually picked them initially to win against South Carolina, and I changed my pick before the game had started, so I'm not surprised that North Carolina ended up winning that game. Was going to be a close game irregardless, but North Carolina won 31-17. Next game here, Ole Miss 73-7 against a completely outclassed Mercer team. Good for Lane Kiffin here, starting the season strong on the offense and defense. Number 23, Texas A&M with a nice impressive showing actually against New Mexico. 52-10. You like to see that early, and I'm really hoping for A&M fans that recruiting class they had a couple seasons ago really just pays off. Jimbo Fisher is a solid coach. There's no denying that. I'm just not sure if that's the right fit. We'll see how the chips fall, though. Nice early win for the A&M Aggies. Number 24, Tulane, 37-17 against South Alabama. Not much to really say there. Just a good win for Tulane. We'll do a couple more here. We'll call it good because this is number 25, Iowa, beating Utah State 24-14. Looks like Iowa's defense is still okay, pretty solid defense. But offensively, I just still am not sold on Iowa really scoring a ton of points. They're going to continue to rely on their defense. This to me just looks like a 7-5, 8-4 type of team, your traditional Kirk Ferentz team. Maybe they're ceiling now after seeing that first game might be 9-3. I think they're going to take a step back, and I just don't think Brian Ferentz is the answer for the Iowa Hawkeyes. And you as Iowa Hawkeye fans, I think you would honestly agree with that too. Let's just do two more here. Look through real quick, see if there was any close games. Oh, Cincinnati doing really well without Luke Fickell, 66-13. Clearly, they still got lots of talent there. Let's see another one here. UTSA and Houston. I had picked you. If you watch my live stream, I'm going to be going live, maybe even tonight too, to watch the Florida State LSU game. So tune into that if you'd like to hang out with us for a little bit. I picked UTSA to beat Houston. I knew it was going to be a close match. It's nice to see that Houston did win. Dana Holgerson really needs to get his winning ways happening at Houston. Otherwise, he's going to find himself on the hot seat. So, nice early win for the Cougars against a very strong Jeff Traylor UTSA Roadrunner team. We'll do one more here for the sheer fun of it. Why not here? Illinois and Toledo. Looked like Illinois was struggling early on against the Rockets, and Brett Bielema, new defensive coordinator, gave up 28 points to Toledo. That's not a very good look at the beginning of the season. But again, first game of the season, they can make some adjustments, and hopefully they do that. So nice win for Brett Bielema for the Illinois Fighting Illini. But anyways, guys, just a quick little top 25 plus 2 or 3 routine checkup on how week 1 went. That was my reaction. Just real quick, fast-paced, but I appreciate you guys, as always, for tuning into my videos. I'll release a week 2 week 2 video probably tomorrow, sometime after work, and we'll make some bold predictions and some easy picks to win some money, hopefully. But we'll see how it does turn out, guys, and we'll catch you on the next one, guys. Appreciate it.